Hey, I've got this product I'm going to be checking out. Pretty interesting. It's called the SaltSWAT. It's a way to convert a .22 caliber pellet pistol into a salt shooting device to take out insects and things like that. So I got this thing and I was going to be checking it out and doing some testing with it. It's pretty well packaged and interesting design. I'll show you what you get here. So this is the clip to clip it to the Crosman 2240. This is the actual device here that goes into the barrel, and this clip goes over the barrel. It clips onto the front sight, locks it in place. And this is the port where you reload the salt. And they give you a little bottle of salt to fill up the reservoir here. Pretty cool. And it also has a little bit of instructions here. There's a sticker and there's a note. Pretty nice. It's got a suggestion about cutting the bottle at an angle to make it easier to load. And it's got the email address if you have any comments or questions. And then it's got a nice flyer here that explains the features, and a few of the features I see are, it says it has an effective kill range up to 5 feet and up to 12 blasts per salt load, and it works with the Crosman 2240, but I figured out a way to test it with a Benjamin, and I'll be showing you that in just a second. This is what's on the back here. So I've looked into this Crosman 2240. They're not, in my area, no one stocks it. I have to order it, and there are a couple versions of this gun. You can get it with a steel receiver, and I think it also changes the front sight, so you might want to be careful about that and make sure you get just the plain Jane version of the gun. So I'll show you. I'm going to be testing it with a Benjamin, and I'll show you how I got that converted. So I'm going to show you how to put the SaltSWAT on a Benjamin. I don't have the Crosman, but I have a Benjamin pump here. I don't use it much, so keep it in a case. But here it is here. I think the SaltSWAT would work equally well on this pistol or the rifle. I'm going to go with the pistol to start with, but it's the same mounting idea. Applies to both. So I'm going to share with you how you can attach this SaltSWAT device onto this Benjamin H9A series 22 caliber pump pistol. And all it requires is a 1 1/4 inch number 2 screw and a number 2 nut. I happen to have a plastic one, so I went with it. And then I've got some O-rings. This is a 50 millimeter ID, 4 millimeter thick O-ring. Not real critical, whatever. And then I've got 3 of these smaller O-rings. These are 5 millimeter by 2 millimeter. 5 millimeter ID, 2 millimeter thick. And what I do, I'll show you how this all goes together. So basically, the SaltSWAT is going to slide into the barrel here. This appears to be aluminum. So what I do, I'm going to load the 3 O-rings on here, and I don't really know if this is necessary or not. I'm just doing it because I'm hoping it will help seal it and also buffer the 2 devices. Then I've got this 1 1/4 number 2 screw. I put it right through the pin there, and I'll just put the nut on right flush with the bolt there. So I want a little sticking out on each side, as you can see. Then the big O-ring here is going to be the one that connects the 2 together. And so you basically just put that on there like that, and slide the 2 pieces together. And next you have to connect them. And so what I do is the O-ring goes on top here. like that. Then it goes under the screw, and you just put some tension on it here and bring it around and hook it on the hooks. These hooks are very convenient for attaching it to the gun. And you can see, so the O-ring is sprung like a rubber band, which I guess you could use a rubber band. It's a little, this is maybe a little stronger than a rubber band. And you can see the 3 O-rings are compressed between the end of the barrel and the SaltSWAT device. So it's ready to be fired now. And this is the same technique. You could also adapt this to the Benjamin pump rifle, exactly the same way. The rifle has exactly the same design of the front, and I think I could attach this to pretty much any 22 pistol or rifle. And the O-ring is actually below the sight, so it doesn't really interfere with your sight picture at all. So now it's ready to do some testing, and I'm looking forward to doing some testing with this setup. And I want to find out what the power per pump I can get out of this gun, because I want to first of all try to replicate what the Crosman 2240 is capable of doing. This gun might, I'm suspecting, maybe a little more powerful than a Crosman 2240. I'm not sure. I'm going to check into that and find out. So I'll be doing some videos on the testing coming up soon.